Boom, baby, we are live. Welcome to Interview with the Man, episode number 510. Can you believe this, bro? On episode 510, with my good friend here, Afi Kingdom, who's been friends with me since 2018, before I even started live streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I always trust the people who knew me before I blew up or whatever more than the new people that come around. Morning, bro. How are you?
I'm good, man. Just grinding, living the dream, trying to work so I don't have to work. That's the main purpose in my life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just want to live carefree and
Yeah.
be smooth like I be.
Well, you are the man, and I gotta say, man, the reason I wanted, because obviously today on my channel we're doing Modern Women March, when we're talking about the modern woman. So the guys out there who are dating, and let's be honest, most of the guys are out there dating, looking for love or a relationship. They're not trying to be players,
Right.
and I think that's a good thing, right? But I just want the guys to know that you really got to be super careful, because these modern women out there, not to be like, as you said earlier, dun dun dun, like they're all gonna fucking ruin you, and your life is gonna go to shit. But there are a lot of bad women out there, women with no integrity. I mean, liars. I mean, you name it, the list goes on and on, and they're really good at tricking the average guy into thinking like they got their shit together. But one thing you said in the most recent Masculine Empowerment Network webinar is, like, you said it, and you said it with such conviction, and it really hit me home. And you said, like, these women are broken,
Hmm.
like not in like a mechanical sense, but like emotionally broken individuals. What do you mean, like, by that, and how did you come to this conclusion?
Well, well, what it is, I said, women are children, and
Yeah.
it's and they're like, I would actually say it's kind of almost like the opposite of broken. It's their empowerment, but the empowerment is false, right? They
Hmm.
have this false sense of everything that they are, being social media, um,
Hmm.
you know, just the options that they have, and then just the empowerment of, oh, we're equal, and
Hmm.
that's where the problems in the relationships come from, because you know your mother back in those days, they knew what the woman was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So now women think that it's 50-50, not 50-50 on bills, but 50-50 on value, you know. And that's the problem. And that causes a lot of turmoil because women don't understand their place. It's a competitive nature. Uh, men are supposed to compete with the dudes who they love. You know what I mean? So
You mean
so
the men are not supposed to compete with the women they love?
excuse me, yeah, women aren't supposed to compete with the men that they love.
Right.
So it's
Right.
it's unnecessary confrontation and just conflicts. Not to be super beating my chest, but women need to know their place. And
Yeah.
women see women don't understand this. Men and women don't love the same, and there's a lot of projection going on. So
Mm.
I said this on my stream the other day, and I had two girls. A situation, just a quick story. I had two girls. I had a girlfriend and a side piece,
Hmm.
and um, I brought them together. We were having threesomes, whatever. And then the side piece became the main girlfriend.
Okay.
And so the main girlfriend that I originally had, she didn't understand because she had, more body, more money, and things like that. And what I simply told her was, yeah, but this other girl is better than you. And she didn't understand what better than you means. See, what a woman values, other women value, but that's not what gets the man. Men don't care about red bottom heels.
Mm.
They don't care about 2 or 3 degrees. The only man who care about that kind of stuff is guys that have nothing to offer themselves. So they want to ride the coattail of the women. Like you ever talk to a man, he's quick to tell you what his girl does. I met a girl. She's a psychologist. Like it's like they want to ride that wave. Like, well, what the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You know, where's the
Let me
self?
ask you this.
Yeah.
Um, if you were to get married or whatever, right? And have a main woman, if you were, I know you don't want to, but if you were, would you want her going out and working or stuff, or would you like a stay at home?
That's a good question. What would I want?
Because if you're gonna have kids and the whole 9 yards, would you want her having a career and all that, and then got to put the kids in daycare and got to do stuff like that, or would you want to stay at home?
Jesus, you got me going into fancy mode real quick. I gotta really think about that. Let me shoot. What I want. Uh I would like okay. I feel like maybe a woman who's a career woman or has her things together would attract me to put a ring on it. But once we get to that stage, she can sit down and be a wife.
Right.
But she's already shown me through her actions that she can handle it herself. See, a lot of
Mm,
women they can't handle it themselves, and then
right.
they look for the man to lead them. But if she has her things together, I know that she's not necessarily depend on me. You see what I'm saying? Put some
Mhm.
fire signs in the chat. She doesn't depend on me. See, it's different between a woman needing me, wanting me, and depending on me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if I got it together and then because I don't have any kids now and I'm in the 40 club. So that means that I make decisions based on logic, not off feelings.
Right.
So, if it came to that point and I found me a girl, I would want her to work and stuff like that. But when it comes to starting a family, she could sit down, but I would only start that family when I had a foundation right. Because if I waited this long, like why would I just have a random hookup baby now? Why would I wait this long for that? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
If I was gonna do something like that, I would have had one or two already.
Yeah. For me, it's I just would like her to stay at home
Hmm.
because the way I look at it, right, is I want a woman that's gonna take care of me, right? And
Right.
the first thing modern women will be like, "What do you need a mother? You need somebody to fucking take care of you." They don't get it. Like that's why these chicks are single. That's why they're miserable. That's why they're getting pumped and dumped. That's why they're racking bodies. That's why they're addicted to drugs, getting abortions, birth control pills. I mean, they're fucking themselves up. I mean,
Right.
hormonally, sexually, relationship wise, financially, physically. I mean, they are destroying themselves at all fronts. Look at American women, right? Literally the fattest humans in the history of all humanity
It's so
are
disgusting.
American.
You come here. It's funny.
What's that?
It's funny to watch when you come here. You're so disgusted.
Yeah, I am. I truly am. But that's what happened when we gave them all the freedom and rights and entitlement, right? And I'm not saying like shackle a woman into a to the stove and beat her with a pipe. You know what I mean? But this is the reality of the situation. Would you agree? I personally think that the average modern woman refuses to face reality. They constantly live in this fantasy delusion land.
They live there. See, the problem with women, and this is the problem. What I tell guys, it's not that women lie; they believe their lies, and that's a whole nother level of you know like there's two types of women, right?
Hmm.
Two types. There's women who lie, and there's women that are liars.
Mm.
That's the difference. So the women that lie, it's delusion little lies or just simple little lies like, oh, I had a exciting day to work and it wasn't work. Just stuff like that. But women that are liars, they have complete stories in their head and then they start to believe it. Like if you your girlfriend, like she can think that you're cheating on her and she can have no proof, but you literally you'll battle her imagination.
Mm.
You will literally battle her imagination. So what she thinks you have to deal with.
Mm.
And then they really start to believe it. Like even my own mama. I'm gonna throw my mom under the bus real quick.
Go ahead.
I would throw so I came from a distinguished gentleman, and my mother had me a little later. I got an older brother and sister. She had them in her first marriage. She was 19 and 20. They got married that because that's how they used to do back then. When you got pregnant, they got married. So she had them, 18, 19. I didn't come around until she was in her 30s, and my dad was older than her. My dad might have been 50, and she was in her mid 30s. So once he passed away, and I was
Mm.
3, she died of cancer. So it kind of killed her spirit a little bit, right? So
Yeah.
fast forward, she never really dated seriously after that. And so I remember I had a conversation with my mother about 2 months ago, right? And she told me she was a virgin.
Mm.
And I said, Mommy, you're not a virgin. You just haven't had sex in a long time. She's like, No, I'm a virgin. And I'm like, You're using the wrong word, Mama. It's not what that means. But she's really telling me it. Like it's really like, no, this is the new thing. It's like she really believed what she said. Even
Yeah.
when I stood to correct her, she didn't say, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, son, I don't mean virgin, I mean reborn," or "Oh, I mean," no. She's like, "No, I am a virgin." Like, all right, bro. So this is my mama. So it's not always just women you deal with and stuff. This is my own mama.
Yeah. 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 It's they do lie to themselves. I read an article the other day. I mean, female delusion is fantastic to witness because the thing is, you can't be successful in life if you are not grounded in reality. The more you live in the harsh truth of reality, the closer you're going to get to success
Right.
because everybody is looking for truth. That's the basis of our existence,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why do people come to the red pill? Why do people come to get dating coaching from us? Why do people go to Charlie and learn about cryptocurrency and all that stuff, right? They're looking for truth. And men are the ones who are constantly looking for truth. You've seen how I coach some of the guys in the Masculine Empowerment Network, and I'm very direct with them. I'm like, dude, you're fucking weird, or dude, you're fat. Hey, your teeth are fucked up. Your teeth are yellow. You need to whiten those things. Men can take that, but if you were to be that direct and harsh with a woman, they will a start crying, b get angry and start going being combative and start manipulating you, or c just run away and retreat because they can't handle it. And this is why men rule the world. This is why men will always rule the world, and this is why we have the most success on the planet. It's because we are the ones who are facing the harsh reality. We're the ones strong enough to face reality. A lot of these chicks lie to themselves, lie to their friends, lie to their families, lie to their coworkers. Like I say it all the time. I know multiple chicks, right, that pretend that their life is amazing and awesome on Instagram and cry themselves to sleep at night.
It's facts. You know, women live for the validation of other people.
Yeah.
I use the key word King Jordan.
Yep.
I didn't say they want. They live. Oh, wave check. They live. Live. Different. Not important.
Mm-hmm.
Not impaired. No, live. Like it's air.
Mm-hmm.
They live for the validation of others.
Yeah.
They live for it, bro. Like it's crazy. I remember. I think I told this one on a webinar too. On the back end, I had a girl, and and I remember. So I had a girlfriend. And I loved her, and we lived together. All this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and she would want to post me on Instagram and Facebook, and I used to tell her that that wasn't the right thing to do. And she looked at it like I was trying to hide her. And I told her that I'm not trying to hide anything, but what you don't understand is I'm not the kind of guy that does that type of stuff. So if
Yeah.
I do that now, it's gonna attract women for no reason. And I'm gonna have to deal with them on the back end, not you.
Yeah.
Right? So this is
Yeah.
So she was tight about that, and I just took a test to myself. I said, wow, let's see how important this validation thing is to her, right?
Mm,
So what I did, I set it up with the finesse game. I start, with the long game, you don't always be directive. You plant seeds first. So I
mhm,
start planting seeds of looking at a couple Instagrams. Like, what you think about this? What you think about that? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I was like, all right, let's start one. I said, let's start one.
mhm,
So we started a private one, right? So I started one with her, and then I had like 30 friends on there, maybe 20 women that I slept with, because I usually don't leave relationships on bad terms. So, and then maybe 5 or 6 of my friends, and
mhm.
then some of her friends. So, so it basically was like a closed group, but the validation was so powerful. So we would take a selfie, and then she would post it up, and then I would text girls like, "Hey, show some love on that new post," and they'd be like, "Oh my god, I've never seen Afi so happy." Fire Dome that night, and I'll be like, "Wow, bro, wow."
Yeah, it's
The
pathetic.
validation from the other people make her want to do more for me. Not just me being game tight, just people saying how cute we look makes her submissive. But I wasn't willing to do it on my own end. I created a tester, but I was still mind blown. And then
Mm,
and then sometimes I would just say, yeah, just write this out. I would even tell the girls what to write. Write this, da, 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 da. And then she'd be like, babe, because we live together. Come here. Did you see our post? Nah, hold on. Let me see. Look what she said. These be girls I had sex with. She don't even know. Oh, that you guys are the most gorgeous couple, a power couple. And I'd be like, oh yeah, like,
mm.
God, lady, bro. The validation of others, bro, was like crack.
Not only the validation, but also if they're not getting validated, if they'll get accepted, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean, by their group. Because I've been with women who they are so I think the majority of women internally are very weak people.
Yeah.
Like they're not very strong internally.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have like a strong heart, right? Um, you know, my one ex that you liked, she was actually really strong internally, and she didn't give a fuck about. She didn't need to be like, oh, post me on your Instagram and then show me off, right? Girls like that are really rare, and the ones that are smart enough to know they can hide in the shadows, not as not as like they're afraid of of being hidden, but it's like our hidden treasure. You know what I mean? We don't want to like show it to the world, and they know like the secret bond that you have with them, and they don't need to be like, I need the world to approve of me. I need everybody to approve of me, because when you're constantly chasing the approval of people, you're forgetting the most important thing, which is your own approval.
Yeah.
See, you already knew I was going. That's why you're the goat. let me read these super chats real quick. Great to be back on the air with you, man. I seriously love you. You're the man, buddy.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't be streaming too much. So I gotta start whipping up those streams.
you're good.
Just
There's no
'cause
stopping you.
yeah.
I'm gonna read these super chats. Eric Gun Ballistics, $10 super chat says, "Love you, bro. These talks are hilarious and eye opening. Thank you so much." King Jordan PCR, 1999 super chat. Jordan, thank you for that large donation, sir. I know that's as men donating money to other men, like that's a big thing. And I'm not some fucking Eve whore with my tits out. So thanks so much. I know you guys work for every dollar that you send. I'm a man. I work hard for my money too. I know. So thanks so much. Salute, G's. Keep spitting that game. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to our friend, Mr. Trav Terrell. Hello, sir. Um, so you have a very unique perspective on modern relationships. Let me show you something though. I saw this, right? I saw this, bro, and it just I got to show you. I want to get your live reaction about this. Just tell me your opinion, right?
Okay.
So this is a black single mom on TikTok, and you can see what it says here. It says "fuck you," and it says she hasn't been very nice to me today, so enjoying the fact that she can't read. Take a look and listen here. Oh, hold on. Actually, I gotta share the audio. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Here we go. Take a look here. Tell me if you can hear it.
Here you go, Lilo. Yummy, yummy din dins. It says, love you. Here you go, Lilo. Yummy, yummy din dins. It says, love you.
3 million views on TikTok.
Man, see, I don't want to be that guy, bro.
BM.
I don't want to be that guy. But just
These bitches deserve to suffer, bro. Every tear that falls out of their face, every moment of misery, every moment of discontent, every ounce of suffering, they deserve it. Steve says here perfectly, imagine a man did that. Dude, I didn't even think about that, but it's yeah, that's for every chick that puts it on TikTok, there's like 100 that don't.
right, right. They still do it, man. Like, I swear, man. Social media is a gift and a curse because it's a gift for people who know how to resource and network and showcase what they're good at and things of that nature. But it's a curse because it just and it's a curse and I'm blaming you guys too because the views don't come from space.
Yeah.
They don't come from space.
Yep.
If women stop getting views doing stuff like this, dude, women wouldn't twerk on Instagram if it didn't get a million. That's why they get a million views. And then one woman gets a million views. And then the girls on the couch was like, I ain't got no job. Let me see if I can get a million views. Then she twerks. Then she gets a million views. Then another girl said, these two girls got a million views. Then she gets 500. Now we have a tribe of it. Yeah. We are in control too. I be seeing you guys up in these chats. You be talking about the player stuff, but when these Instagram thotties be going live, all I see is heart faces and all of that type of stuff, bro.
Yep.
So they don't have no incentive not to do it.
Yep.
Triggered me.
Yep.
Shit. Man, that's bad. So the kid's supposed to say "fuck you." I guess it's just, God, bro.
Yep. It's wild to see that. Just to see that happening, and being allowed on TikTok too, of all places. You know what I mean? In China, that would have been stricken down on there.
I don't be understanding how I be getting, man. Okay, like I've gotten on my Instagram, I've gotten copyright guideline strikes off comments that I leave, right? I may just leave something and be like, women are fat, something just, whatever. But there's a couple of Instagrams that I see, and some of y'all might know, they be having live sex on there with the toys, like, cause they promote it. That's how they do it. That's how they get subs. Because they know that once they do that, then they're gonna get a lot of shares, and then they can get 20,000 in the chat easy, and then it ups that's how they get their followers real quick.
Right.
They're having sex.
Yeah.
With themselves, But if I say women are fat, boom, Instagram algorithm, you can't post for a week.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. It's that's just that. I mean, that's the thing is, guys who come into this little corner of the internet too, like we're a little bit, how can I say, in an echo chamber, but in a good way, because we don't realize how bad the average guy really is. Like the dudes here, they still have problems with simping and being beta and shit like that, but the average guy is not even aware of it. You know what I mean?
Dre taught me that. Dre taught me that in TikTok. Dre taught me that, and Clubhouse taught me that, because I remember I got on Clubhouse, and the level of simping on there is at a whole nother level. Like, you think the Instagram, the Facebook, not YouTube, like man, I remember I was in a chat room called there's an alpha woman is there such thing as an alpha woman? Of course, I said no. Man, these dudes cooked me.
Mm.
I'm like, whose side are you on, bro? They cooked me for that. Yeah, club. Yeah, Trav. No, and then I remember Dre telling me he was like, "You think guys be simping on YouTube, bro? The level of sipping on TikTok, whole different ball game." You know, and then I went over there and seen, and he was just like, "Yeah, bro, because that's pushed out to the. It's not pushed out to people who watch your similar content. It's pushed out to the world." So you really get to see how the majority of people feel and think. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you know, it's just so it's like it's the perfect storm set up for women to fail nowadays, because I don't even think even the women that want to be good, I think that they got no guidance, because you're in your 40s, I'm 36, we grew up when it wasn't like this, like now when like nowadays every girl's a fucking hoe, but back in the
Yeah.
day it wasn't like that, like there was a subset of hoes.
Yeah,
You know,
you were looked down upon, like, oh, blowjob Betty. Oh,
yeah,
now
yep,
it's like women at power. Yes, get the bag. Yes, like no,
yeah. No,
you know.
like back in our day, because there's a lot of people, right? I'm gonna call out. I'm not gonna call anybody, but there's people who says like women have always been like sluts like this, and I don't agree with that whatsoever. I don't. I think like a couple years back, I mean, like I said, when we were kids in our even in high school
Yeah,
times,
it was
they
different.
weren't like this. Girls were decent, but what's happening in America is you have broken women, because we're like so many generations into the divorce culture and everything. 90% of all divorces are initiated by women. American women's legacy is destroying the family and fucking everything up, hurting the man, hurting the children, all for herself to go get fucking pumped and dumped in Cancun on the ex-husband's dime, right? And raising a broken person, raising broken people, and it's just creating this chain of brokenness that really is unstoppable at this point. Not to get all the gloom and doom on you guys, but I'm saying if you do want to have a relationship, if you do want to have a good life with one woman, it is going to take a lot of work to find a decent one and protect the relationship and the safety of the relationship and keep it, nice and healthy and protected. The girl has to be 100% on your side. And if she's not 100% on your side, it's not going to work.
Yeah,
And the majority of people, like I said, because we've given women the leverage in America, because they can just go to the divorce court and get you divorced immediately for no reason, destroy the family, fuck the kids up, fuck the husband up, fucking rape him financially, and there's no fucking, and then the legal system backs it up. So
yeah.
it's just like, what's the deal?
You know, even as far as the relationships, I think the biggest mistake that men have, period, get off of that.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest mistake that men have, period, is this: they always feel like they wanna, they want to be a player, and they want to run through 100, 200, 300 girls or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when they find the one that they like, then their life is on easy mode, and it's the opposite, bro. When you deal with one woman, you need the most game. You think in your mind, you feel like, okay, I found me one, so now life is easy because I only got to entertain one person. It's the opposite, bro. Because that one person, women are more submissive when you see them in doses. You
Hmm.
know, because I might like to dig in my nose at 10:33 every night, but if the woman, you know what I mean, or whatever, I might like to eat cereal in Indian style in front of the TV, just quirky little stuff that women who I'm dating don't get to see that side. But you have a girlfriend you live in, she knows all your tricks, all your because she's around you. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't run the same type of game on her, which means you need a lot more game.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you just have a woman who's a pleaser, but then sometimes women that are pleasers lack in attraction.
Yeah.
So you got to pick a balance there.
It's like, yeah, it's like it's like the kind of the equivalent is like alpha males and beta males, but for women, like, The really attractive women, they're sometimes really hard to manage or deal with. The girls that are not as attractive, but they're like super sweet, super pleasing, super amazing, like decent people, yeah, they're not as cute, right? And I think that comes to deal with character development too. I think beauty corrupts a woman to an extent because it's form of their power. But at the end of the day, right? These chicks, one thing that makes me laugh is the girls thinking they have like the illusion of options. You know what I mean? They think just because every guy wants to fuck them that they have value. But when you get fucked and thrown away multiple times, all that's indicating is that you really have no value. Because guys that are down for you and see you as something more than a quick fuck, they're going to try and lock you down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're going to try and take you off the market. And the girls, like I posted a viral meme. I got it off of Twitter the other day, but it said like, you know, let me pull it up real quick. I could show it to you. It was on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, Modern Life Dating on Instagram, instagram.com/Modern Life Dating. It was something very funny because, like I said, just the irony of it all just cracks me up. So here's right here, right? Her revenge, 1, 2, 3, 4, champagne party. Your revenge, muscles, prayer, meditation, investment, money, right? What the average woman does after a breakup, she goes and gets fucked by a bunch of dudes. She drinks a bunch of alcohol. She deludes herself with lies. She doesn't do any self-reflection, any healing, nothing. Just jumps from next guy to next guy to next guy to next guy. Men typically take time back, understand what's going on, contact their friends. You know, some guys they go the bad route and they drink alcohol and they fuck themselves up or whatever. But the majority of guys, that's how they typically handle a healthy breakup. Is like that. You know what I mean?
You know what people don't talk about in the space a lot, and that I know that is a lot of, because we talk about the body counts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of women. So some guys, you may meet a woman who has a low body count, and you automatically think that's a win. Now, I'm not saying it can't be a win, but what I'm saying is there are women that are serial relationship whores.
Yeah.
And that's just that's just as bad. Like, you think it's not as bad because she doesn't have 100 bodies, bro. But the 20 bodies that she has, she's like 20 different men, bro. And she hops from one relationship to the other. Each relationship is overlapping each other, and each of these souls are connected. So it's like you're dealing with all these guys and wrapped up in a woman. Because sometimes when the women have bodies, they're not attached to every single dude. So you got a woman with low body count, but she's on 10 fucking different programs though.
Right.
This guy's rules, this guy's rules, this guy's rules, this guy's program, and then you meet her.
Yeah.
Right. So how good is your coaching gonna do? It's like you have to uncoach her out of all of these relationships that she's been in.
Yeah.
Something to think about. So you guys, sometimes it's this. Oh yeah, but just like, okay, J Lo, perfect example. There's no space between her relationships.
Right.
None. Period. Since the 90s. This has been going on 30 years. Not like, oh, I'm single. And then, so it's like, how genuine can these connections be if they're so obtainable and easy for you to get?
Yep.
Think about it.
Yep. Let me ask you this. Let's ask the age-old question, because this is the question that divides the manosphere. Okay. Does body count matter for women? Yes or no?
I would say no to an extent, and yes, it depends on.
Look, what kind of half-ass answer is that? You gotta commit. You just gave me.
No, because it depends on what's your age and what you want the woman for. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying overall, for a woman's well-being and for her to be a good partner in a relationship in the future,
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
guy that wants to treat it as a keeper,
yeah.
does body count matter in the long term for a woman?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it matters, but then my conflict is people's idea of a high body count is different. So,
Mm-hmm.
so for a woman to have a 20 body count, if she's 35 years old, I'm not like dirt, dirt. Like it's like okay, she's been having sex since she was 15 years old. It's
Yeah.
20 years worth of shit.
Right.
So I'm not out here like certain guys like I need me a virgin or a woman with a 3 body count. Yeah, you find you a woman with a 3 body count. That 3 body count is a lie body count. Ain't you know like it doesn't unless but I don't date women that are like 20 and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't expect a woman to be coming out here with like yeah I have like 4 guys like yeah right like no bro you didn't travel you didn't been to college like get out of here. So but at the same time, a woman can't have 200 body count. No, you know what I mean. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't want all of that, but I'm still realistic though. You know what I'm saying? Like because women they can have a decent body count and then learn that that's not the way for them, and then they learn from their mistakes and want to cater to a man. But see, for
Mm-hmm.
me, sex ain't my main thing anyway. So, uh, but yeah, it matters, but it does matter. But some women body counts are more crazier than others. Like some guys out here really will meet a chick, and then she says, "Oh yeah, I just had 3 bodies. I lost my virginity at 16, and I was heartbroken, and then I had sex again at 24, and now I'm 30." Yeah, right. You know you're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? She's only counting. See that's the why the body count part thing is hard. Let me tell you why it's hard. Because women mainly only count the guys who they like and care about. So that body count of 10 may be 20, but some of them they don't count one. Like when women go out, when women travel and they have sex with guys, those ones don't count really. They only count guys who they had some type of situation with. Not necessarily a boyfriend, but dating.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They won't count the time where they got drunk and they'll erase it from their memory. Like we said, lie they'll convince themselves it didn't happen. So they're not always they'll count all the for real ones like guys who they cared about or guys who they hate. Any men who have gotten an emotion about out of a woman, those count. But women will they will literally erase it out of their head. They'll go,
Mm-hmm.
okay, prime example, just like this. You already know this, but I used to bounce bachelorette parties. I used to bounce bachelorette parties. So, we go to these parties and these women are getting married the next day. And they may be double jerking or having sex in front of their friends. But the point is, in their mind, they convince themselves that they're single one last time. And then
Mm-hmm.
they feel like, okay, I had sex with the stripper, or I had strip with the stripper bouncer, or I made out with 2 of my friends when I got drunk, and now I'm getting married. So now this is my new this is my new life. So now I'm married. I'm not going to do it again, but it didn't count. But it did count because when you were at the bachelorette party, you were not single, you were still engaged. They
Yeah.
forget about the ring. They say, this is my last, I gotta live it up. No, you don't have to live it up. You're still engaged though. It's not a free pass. They
Mm-hmm.
forget, but they forget that. They like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is my last hoorah. No, your last hoorah was before you got the ring.
Yeah. It's funny. It's just what's funny about guys like us or guys in general is we just want a woman that's fucking decent. We just want a woman that's like not a piece of shit. Like has integrity, is not a liar, is not a fucking deceiver, is not a manipulator. But women nowadays are encouraged to be a piece of shit. Let me read these super chats real quick. Ricky Webster, $10 super chat. Props due to you both. Must respect. Thank you so much. AJ Matthews, $10 super chat. Thank you, AJ. MLD this month has been eye-opening and inspirational. Great perspective to move my game and frame. And then Mark Daniels from Mark's Inspiration, one of the newer leaders in my community. Great guy. $50 super chat. He says, women have not always been like this. Mark is 62, I believe, 62 or 63. He says in the 70s, it was common for women to have 0 to 3 bodies at age 18 to 20. Now it's challenging to find one at that age with less than 10 to 20 bodies. And it's very, very true because, like I said, nowadays, the father's disrespected. The father is no longer in the home. Like I said, the girls that I know that are not sluts, that are not addicted to dating apps, that are not fucking lying pieces of shit, they have a father in their life that loves them and is respected in the household. Right? Those girls look at the dating apps like, ew, gross dating apps. Or they'll look at, actually being a slut and being like, that's disgusting. Like, I don't want to do that. I actually have self-respect. But like I said, those girls are the new sluts, because back in our day, the sluts were the rare ones. You'd be like, yeah, you had to go find Sally who would jerk you off under the bleachers in the basketball, stadium. Or you would have to go find, Heather, who was pulling her titties out for everybody. And you're like, shit, let me go fucking, I'm using girls from my past. Yeah, go. I remember a girl named Heather, and she had these huge, huge tits. And I knew that another guy named Jonathan had made out with her and fucking pulled her tits out. And then I knew another guy named John that did it. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna go fucking talk to Heather. And I went and talked to Heather, and we went to her house, and she put on fucking Limp Bizkit, and we were making out with her shirt off in 2002. And I saw these huge titties. I remember my stomach sank when I saw those tits, because I was like, yes, but that, like, nowadays, every girl's fucking hoe. Yeah. And they all got some kind of slut past or some kind of mental hang up. And the men are the ones having to pick up the fucking pieces of it if they choose to do so, which leads me to my next point. You've pretty much given up on trying to have a relationship and family, right? Like, I think you mentioned this publicly before.
Companionship is what I'm open for.
Mm-hmm.
Companionship. So it's, it's different. Like, I have women who I love right now, so I don't, it's not that sort of thing. It's just a different type of vibe for it. The kids part, I don't know. I think when I get about 50, I know that seems crazy, but when I get around 50, and I'm probably living out the country or something like that, around submissive women, I feel like I have enough game to peel me a nice little 20-year-old, and maybe just this okay, this is the best I want to say. Like, I want to have well, not want to, but I would have a child to push my legacy, but that's the narrative over a love child. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna meet a woman and I'm gonna fall in love so deep that I'm gonna want her to do it. It's more for my needs and not that. You know what I mean? So, if I can handle it, I know how to do, because I'm very anal about certain stuff anyway. Even like women who I dated some single moms and stuff, right? A lot of times the reasons why we broke up wasn't because they weren't submissive. I didn't like the way that they interacted with their kids or trade. But I'm just very different, because my mother was very sheltered with me. Like I told you, the virgin stuff. Like, I never seen a dude in my house at all. I never got introduced to mommy's friend. I never had a dude like, what's up, little man? I never, not like one or two, like none. So even when women introduce me to the kids, it kind of makes me feel a little funny, because it's like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Because that's how I was raised. So,
right.
I would rather be a baller and be and have an arrangement more, like, hey, we can co-parent, boom, 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 and rather than, I don't think I'm just gonna like just love a woman so much and like I want to do this with you, like, because it's not about even the woman. Like, I'm very particular on what the kids watch, the hobbies that they do. Like, I had situations where I was dating a single chick and she was doing all the good stuff, but then her going back and forth with her kids would reek my skin. But they weren't my kids, so I couldn't step in or like I wanted to. I'd be like, you're the dope. Why are y'all? Why are you guys still having a conversation? I'm confused. Go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. I did my homework. What? And so then I look at this like, I don't want her influence on my actual one. So I think I wouldn't want to have a kid, but I think it would be more of an arrangement because I do want to pass off my legacy. But I have friends who go through a lot of drama with this shit, bro. So my ego's in check. My ego don't be like, hey, that can't happen to me though. Like it can happen to me because they were once in love. When they had babies and stuff like that, or even people who were married, they were each other's favorite person at one point in time. You know what I mean? One of my close friends, he has a baby by um he met her through me, and she was a certain type of way, and he used to tell me she used to do stuff, and I was like, man, her no. And then when I went to court with him with her, I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? Like I seen a whole different. This is one of my childhood friends. I actually knew her before I knew him, and when I went to court and I seen that, and I'm looking at her like, who are you? Crazy. So bad. So yeah, I would be open to having a child, but I just think I'm gonna be one of those older distinguished guys. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I could just have one and kind of do my thing with it, and I'm cool if I don't. But or just a woman who's maybe on the same page, who just maybe wants the child but doesn't really want the relationship like that. And we could work something out because I don't know. For me, a kid out of love is giving her too much power to fuck with me. And that's what it boils down to. It gives her too much power to fuck with me. It'll bring out the nicest ones because she could be submissive and I could be player, but you don't give a fuck about me. I know how to get your ass. The little Offie, you want to play hardball? See, I don't even want to put myself in that position. I'd rather be like, hey, this my month, baby. Okay. And just leave it at that. Because then, it's just little stuff, and then you have a kid and y'all break up and y'all can have a good situation with good co-parenting. And then dum, your new girlfriend hotter than her. Now you've unlocked a whole different girl now. She's still single. Y'all have kid. Your new girlfriend hotter than her. Oh, you didn't unlock, you have unlocked another person. Because some people aren't aware of who they are until circumstances come to fruition. So just like haters, right? Some haters don't even know they're haters until something happens. All haters wasn't the hating 6-7-year-old and just hating all their fucking life. Not all the time. Sometimes your friends may not even be a hater. Jonathan, like one of your school teacher friends, y'all could have been best friends. And Jonathan, y'all could have not had any problems throughout when you guys were teacher buddies. You feel me? Not even in college, none of that. But you doing this may create a hater in him.
Yeah.
Because he can't do it too. He don't know how to get the business mindset, the marketing, growing the following. You created that hater.
Yeah.
So y'all understand that people will become people based off of situations. So you think that person is something, and then you unlock something else.
Do you think that you're kind of leaning only towards the negative side? You're like not potentially looking at like maybe what if the positive shit could happen? Like what if you could have a good woman and with a good baby and she'd be like, are you just worried about the risk too much?
I'm not worried about the risk. I just like control. That's what it's about. It's not about you gonna take half. You didn't hear me say nothing about divorce, did you? Not about half of my shit. It's about the control. So it ain't about she gonna hit my pockets, child. No, it's just about the control, man.
Really, I think you could handle it personally. I think you doubt yourself a little too much. I think you could handle it, but that's my opinion.
I'm particular, bro. Like I don't, because I'm a disciplinarian. If y'all can't tell, like I'm very, so it's just certain stuff. Like if I say go to bed, and then it just unlocks something else in me. Put it like that. If I gotta keep going over the same rules, and then the kid starts, oh, mom said that, it's gonna piss me off. I learned that from relationships. I was in relationships before, and I thought love conquers all. And then these kids came involved, and then it's like it'll make me resent them if they don't do certain things. You know what I mean? Like, why this kid, why you going out? Why you going out to the club? Our kid is having problems reading. What the fuck wrong with you? Like that type of shit. Like it'll piss me off, or you just stuff like that. So it'll take a certain type of woman, one that I ain't never seen before.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give a woman the time of day who was attending clubs.
See, Dre already know me. That's what see, Dre know the real stuff. See, I don't want to say all of that. Just
like the inner Ike. Oh Lord.
I know Dre know, like I'm gonna be like, all right, bro, like it ain't, and I know myself. That's self-mastery. It's a good thing. I know myself. So I have a lot of tolerance for a lot of things, but zero tolerance for certain things. And certain shit will piss me off. You said the inner Ike. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I get triggered just thinking about it because it's just certain little stuff that's not a big deal to the woman. That's a big deal to me. And it's even teaching, like I be even like just the way people interact with their parents or just stuff like that, or just things that they think are okay. I be thinking, what the hell is wrong with you? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'll tell you, at 36 now, my perspective has really changed because, I've already been with like over 240 something chicks, right? Pretty much lost count. And they're all the same for the most part. The majority of them are just I mean, I think another thing too that the guys I used to believe too, which is kind of retarded, but like a drama-free relationship exists.
Yeah.
People believe that, and I think that's foolish to think that because you're two humans, they're two flawed individuals. There's always going to be. I when I say the word conflict, it sounds negative, but there is going to be some sort of conflict in regards to, keeping her in your frame, right? If you want a relationship with a chick, she has to do exactly what you say as a man. She needs to live in your frame 100%, or it's not going to work because everything else is just going to be pulling you guys apart, right? And now I'm at the point now I've already, I've achieved, massive amounts of success, slept with a bunch of chicks, I've been really fit in the gym. I've pretty much done almost, I don't want to talk too big about myself, but I have done a lot more than the average man for sure.
I get what you mean. You got the checklist marked off. So
yeah.
Chill.
So that's the thing now. That's the new challenge is actually finding a decent woman. That's the real big challenge I've realized. Finding a decent woman nowadays that you're also attractive to and compatible with. And that's the big difference between, like, I think a couple of I would say maybe even 10 years ago. Bro, I mean, bitches nowadays make women from 2012 look like angels.
MLD, it's about finding a good woman, but people don't understand this. You have to find a good woman for you. There is no such thing as a good woman.
Yeah.
It's just like this coat. This is a fly coat. You know what I'm saying? And it's the lumberjack thing, right? What? This may not be a fly coat to Trav. It fits me though.
Right.
So just like okay, I have friends that are in relationships, and the stuff they complain about, I literally be like, I could not deal with that. But they're trained to be like, that's just a day at the office. Like, you got to find a woman that fits your needs. It's just different. It's like a tailored suit, bro.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful
suit.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just real quick, guys just think they're gonna just meet her like she has the looks. No, it still has to fit you though. You know what I'm saying? Because you and her, when y'all meet, this part is connecting, but meeting, connecting, and growing is two different things.
Yeah.
You can meet, but can y'all grow? And that's where the good woman comes from.
The woman who submits herself to willingly allow herself to grow with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's one mistake I made with my past relationship is I took off, became superstar. Because she was very healthy with herself. She was very secure or whatever, but she didn't grow with me. And I didn't realize that when you grow, you have to grow together or you will grow apart.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I didn't know was a reality out there. But now it is what it is. Um, so I want to ask you your thoughts on this too. Okay. Talk about modern women being broken and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why do women try to keep their female friends single? Why do they try to sabotage and shit? What's your opinion? Because it's true when a friend sees her friend get into a loving, committing relationship, in my opinion, she's kind of sitting on the outskirts waiting for her time to pinch her in and shoot shots at the relationship and tear it apart.
Um, People are jealous. Just simple as that. People are jealous, and you know, it's like birds of a feather flock together. So it's like women and their friends are a sorority. Sororities are supposed to be forever until they get a man that come around. Yeah, to 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 to,
Oh,
to take attention off the sorority.
bringing the hammer today, I see.
So that's why it's like, wait a minute, no, this is for life, girls. And then and then see, so girls, and then the sorority, and then the girls will have this guy and have this guy. How did that date go? How did that sex go? Whatever. But when it comes to the point where the woman is leaving this sorority, then you have a problem.
Right.
Mhm.
How would you tell a guy to deal with that if he's having a relationship with a girl and that that there's a woman there actively trying to low key sabotage the relationship, because that's what they're trying to do. They're like, they're like hyenas. They circle you and they just wait for the moment of weakness and then they attack, and they
Right.
attack viciously.
Um.
Oh,
Well.
look at Trav dropping fire in the chat too. I got to put this on there. Another woman having a successful relationship shows them they are doing wrong and they don't want to see that firsthand. Jesus Christ.
Don DeMarco. Darn DeMarco. Let me see. I'm gonna give y'all the fire game with the fire proteges. Let's see what we say.
Mhm.
Okay, well, there's different levels to it. So for one, her age would have to matter because I'm willing to see. That's what I'm saying. So I'm willing. I'm if I'm dealing with a woman 25, I have different expectations of her than woman 35. Because at the 35, I'm expect the experience. She's supposed to know certain things. The
Mm,
25-year-old may not get certain things because life hasn't taught her that yet.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So, um, the woman gotta put you first.
Always.
She
A
has to put you
hundred
first.
percent
She has to
first.
put you first because at the end,
100%.
because at the end of the day, this is what you gotta tell her. When your friends, her friends, the sorority, when they find somebody that's more interesting than the sorority, they're gonna up and leave. They're gonna
Up and
up and
out.
leave. You did y'all sorority, y'all got branded. Have you ever seen what's the fucking XM? What's it called? You need to watch that.
Mm,
XM. What's the
mhm,
documentary called? I think it's called. It's y'all put it in the chat. Y'all know it's XM. It's about the guy, and he was
mhm.
the cult leader, and he had the sex code, and then he
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but yeah. But that's
Epstein.
the thing, the Allie. You should chat with Allie from Real Femme Sapien. She's a real cool girl. She
Who?
talks about Allie, called Real Femme Sapien. She's
Okay.
actually on YouTube, like teaching girls like don't be a hoe, be a housewife and shit. Um, but she was saying she calls it the sisterhood. You're calling it sorority, but it's
Mhm.
funny because I've witnessed girls who have broken up relationships and then they'll like post on Instagram like, she's back. She's back. She's back. And where is back? The miserable whore club. She's back in the miserable whore club. Because I'll tell you, let me ask you this, because this is my opinion. And let me catch up with these super chats real quick. Monty Music 90, $5 super chat. Thanks again, John, for the consultation yesterday. Loving the show. Real quick, leading me to this question. Guys, just so you know, my consultation rates are going up May 1st.
Put the flyer up.
So Monty reminded me here. Current price 20 minutes 125, 40 minutes 250. May 1st, all prices will be doubled because I'm just too busy to be doing consults for this cheap anymore. But we offer it all here. So go to modernlifedating.com/coaching. New prices start May 1st. And then another $50 from Mark. Mark, you are breaking out big bucks today. Thank you so much. He says, took me 3 marriages and $100,000s in divorce and custody battles to have 8 children here in the United States. Danger zone to marry in the U.S. Absolutely agree.
Yeah, Mark, you got 8 of them?
Jeez. Yeah, he wants more. Yeah, he's the alpha breeder of the Hot Dude Army.
I seen the kids on this podcast. I didn't know it was 8. God damn,
yeah.
Bro, you almost got 10 kids.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, that's great. I'm a big fan. But yeah, they'll do their best to like keep their friends single because, like I said, it's like how when you're successful or like if you're a fat guy, right, and you start going to the gym, when you're a fat guy, chances are all your friends are fat. And they're going to be like, yo, hey, what are you doing? Like, let's go to Golden Corral. Let's fucking eat. You're like, no, I'm going to eat some salad and fucking chicken tonight. And then I'm going to do cardio in the morning. Your fat friends are going to start being like, damn, they're going to start realizing shit about them by seeing your success. Like you said, unlocking a whole new level of hater in them. They're going to be like, fuck, this guy, it doesn't want to be fat anymore. He's going to get out there. And they start hating themselves and start hating the friend because they're realizing that, damn, I'm inadequate. I can't do this because something's mentally blocking them. Same thing with women. For women, a relationship is a trophy. Okay. These chicks that are single, I wonder, like, in my opinion, and you let me know what you think. Excuse me. But I believe that most chicks, when they're single, majority of them are fucking miserable and they want to be in a relationship. Yeah. I don't see chicks that are like happy and single, like living their best life or whatever. And what is their best life? Getting pumped and dumped on dating apps and going to clubs and drinking and, running around, racking up bills, getting into debt. That's living your best life.
Yeah. Relationships. I was talking to RPC, shout out to him yesterday. We were talking about, women being submissive and masculine and stuff like that. And then I just basically told him, like, most of my relationship stuff that failed is because I was cheating. Because I don't want to be an asshole, but I'm just keep it real.
Keep it real.
I get bored. I don't care how good the woman is. I get bored of one chick all the time. The times I have girlfriends, the relationship lasts longer because I sample other flavors. Because I appreciate my girl when I compare her to other girls. Not that's not saying that's why I do it. Like I don't do it. Like I need to compare her to someone else. Let me go cheat. But just I'm an energy person, and I be needing different energies. You know what I'm saying? So then I can, I from a good old night of cheating, good old night, I'll come up, yeah, babe. Now I want to hug her, hold her, and kick her. But then it's just like going to work. You may love your job, but once you get complacent, you lose it. Okay, it's like getting a new car. You can get that brand new Beamer and the new car smell and look at this features and all of that. And it's 2022 and 2024, you're not feeling like that. You got your dogs in there, hair and shit like that or whatever. One of your ex-girlfriends then broke this mirror at the side. It doesn't hold its value. So so for me, like I gotta experience just different energies, man, and then that made me appreciate the woman that I have, because dudes are different. Like, and I hate that we always say this. Women always think this, like when men cheat and when women cheat, it's not the same thing, and it's not. And I'm not just saying it because I want to do it. Like, no. I could
Right.
literally meet like it doesn't matter. I can have sex. It could be fire dome, fire sex all night. I did, but when I wake up, I don't think about her though. Let a woman try that though. A woman to go to Jamaica, have fire sex with the Jamaican and stuff. She coming home on the plane. She's like, oh my God, that shit was awesome. See, it's different. It's not the same thing. Like women always, that's that projection. Like if the way they deal with you, they assume that like say your girl and you take her on nice dinners and you rub her feet and you cook for her and stuff like that. And say let's say you cheat in her mind, you're doing that all same shit to the girl and stuff. And it don't be that type of party. It's like nah, bro, what the fuck is her name again? I forgot. Sally. She know her name. You don't even know her name.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, real talk.
Very true. It's true. And looking at just the relationship dynamics, I'll be honest with you. So I used to like with my last relationship, I did step out multiple times, but all it did, because there's two types of women in this world. Okay. There's women you keep and there's sluts.
I'm
You
here.
just you.
Give me to move this dog real quick. Hold on.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, but there's two types of chicks in the world. Okay, this is how men. For the ladies watching, this is how men operate. Okay, there are and for you men that don't know this yet, you have to understand how to identify these two types of women. Okay, there are women that only bring one piece of value to you, which is sex. And these women are whores. These women are sluts. Okay, they don't know how to do anything but bring their pussy to some men, and men just use that pussy, and when there's no more use of them, they throw them away. The other half are women that actually bring value to a man beyond their pussy. They have nice feminine nature. They're honest. They're not liars. They're decent people. They have a good family. They have good energy about them. They know how to be a loving, nurturing, supporting woman. They know how to be a woman. And those women are rare. And those women are quickly taken off the market by men who are smart enough to identify them. And you have to understand how to identify these two types of chicks. And the majority of girls are sluts. The majority of girls are in the Western world. I don't know about the rest. I can't quantify it on a global standard, but definitely in the Western world, the majority of women are sluts. They're whores. They're used up, and they're all. I mean, the data is clearly evident that they're fucking up on every angle, on every avenue. The money muscles frame game side for women, they're fucked. They're all doing it completely the wrong way.
Right.
The thing is this: when you're in a relationship with a girl, okay, as a good girl, a worthy woman, something happens, and you start to take it for granted a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But when you step out and you go fuck a girl and you get some side pussy, and the only thing she really brings to the table is good pussy, her repulsive behavior, the lying, the cheating, the stealing, the fucking deceptive nature, the conflict, the texting other guys, the dysfunctional family, all of that shit that you experience makes you look back at your main girl and be like, oh my God, I love this girl so much. I'm gonna go buy her flowers today. you know? And it's and that's the difference between men and women. Men, we can still love and adore and cherish our main relationship woman while stepping out like that. Women who cheat on a man,
it's different.
It's a massive act of disrespect. And most importantly, it just fucks the women up. Abu American is just like, when in doubt, I just bet on a woman to do the wrong thing, because 9 times out of 10, that's what they just do. That's just what they do. And that's why in a relationship as a man nowadays, you need total control. You need total control and authority over it, because look at what happened right now when we've given modern women full autonomy. Literally fattest people in human history, the most abortions in human history. And this abortion shit fucks with these women. Hormonally a mess, taking birth control, fucking their bodies up, missing periods, not having their periods 1 year, 2 years in a row because of all the hormonal disruption. Student loan debt. 2/3 of all the student loan debt in the United States of America is held by women. That's $900 billion on shitty degrees, gender studies, women's studies, early childhood education, journalism, psychology. Okay. This is the reality of giving them full autonomy. And of course, what if the mainstream media pigs and the journalist pigs and the global homo agenda and all those people, Homo sapien, they are going to be like, oh, this guy's a misogyny. He's a misogynist and he just wants to enslave women and put them in the kitchen and beat them with the frying pan and kill them. And it's because he's white and he loves Trump and he's a homophobic and he's transphobic and he's probably a Nazi.
I got a question for you and the chat too, real quick. How come don't let women shame you for being misogynist when they're so proud of being a feminist? It's literally the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate women. I never hate women. I just hate the stupidity that they demand I endorse.
Yeah. Because they'll shit on you talking about, oh yeah, you're misogynist, you're chauvinist, all this stuff. But then they're women powered. Yeah, it's the same thing. So what the fuck are you talking about? you know, like, okay, the RP, for example, they'll cook us talking about, oh, we're telling these guys, dude, do you know how many? I learned that from Clubhouse too. There's literally cults of women that are taught by a woman how to finesse dudes and get rings out of men, like on some Stepford women stuff. But then they'll shame you, and you'll feel bad because you want to be the man in a relationship, and they'll try to shame you, and you be like, oh, let me take a step back. No, don't take no steps back. If that's what you want, don't modify it. Somebody will follow it. Trust me. You just may want her to follow it, and then you pissed off. This one over here will do it. You just ain't found her because you focused on this one over here. Somebody will fit your program, players. Somebody will. Your ex, like I said about the married thing, she was your favorite before, and then you met the new one. Somebody will fit you. Don't stress yourself out. Don't stress yourself out. Like you guys, it's funny. Like guys are in high school and stuff like that, and they be in love. They literally think that's their only that first and last time. I just be laughing like these boys don't got so much life to live. This is my babe. This is my everything. You're 17, bro. You're gonna go through this like 10 or 15 times, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I don't fault them for the idealism because I do think that we shouldn't be too like how can I say? I don't think that they should be fucking so defeatist. You know what I mean?
No, I think they should just focus on having fun and learning in life, being young and enjoying their youth instead of being 17 saying I got my girl, now I'm done with life. No, you don't know. You don't even know what you want. You only have two. You only have two. How you know what the hell you like? Right. You don't know. That's just like me eating sushi once and sushi twice. My favorite food could be pizza, but I just ain't never had it. You have to be exposed to what you like. Shit, I might go to Japan when they open up and go hang out with Jonathan's ass, and I may be like, shit, fuck that. No more. I want only Asian, Japanese girls, but I ain't never been exposed to it. But they might be little and submissive and shit. I might like, man, fuck these black chicks. But I ain't never here though. I'm already like that, but that's another story. But I ain't never been to Japan though. So you know, different level. But I've been to Asian spots, Philippines and Thailand and stuff like that. So I got a dose of that submissiveness, and just before. So just when you get exposed to things, you got to get exposed to things to know what you like.
Yeah, and I want to point that out. That kind of goes to the polar opposites of men and women. I think the more women a man is with, the more he can choose a better long-term partner. Yeah. But I think the more men a woman is with, the more it scrambles her brain. Yeah. And it's harder for her to commit because she she can't, you know, they just, like, you know, we could go a million ways. The pair bonding, right? The divorce rate for chicks, the happiness for chicks who get fucked a bunch, really, really low, right? The amount of mental diseases, anxiety, depression that goes up with chicks, more bodies to take, another problem. Dre mentioned this when he was on the show earlier. He was saying that, like, you know, women think they go out there and they're like, you know, winning by getting fucked by dudes, but they're just getting conquered. They're getting conquered by men and then discarded and thrown away, telling them you're not good enough. And that shit eats away at their fucking their inner being, their self-confidence, their self-esteem. Like, look at all these miserable single bitches talking about, I enjoyed my single life on Fresh and Fit. Yeah, is that why you're so fucking angry and drunk on a podcast at 2:00 in the morning in Miami? Talking about, I'm happy, I'm living my best life.
Man, no disrespect to them, but most of them girls on there I would never deal with.
Those girls are trash. Those girls are grade A trash.
I
All of them.
don't even, you know, because I've heard them say, like, you know, how the guys be like talking all the player shit, but then their followers instantly go up though. So dudes like, oh, you're into that, but they want to check their asses out though. You know what I mean? So, you know, I wouldn't touch none of them, bro. Just, I don't even like women that talk too much.
Neither do I.
You know, I don't like women that talk too much. It's too opinionated. That's like see, that's what I'm saying. That's a turn off for me, but somebody else might not mind that. They like, hey, keep on talking, baby. As long as you just speak in your mind. See, that ain't for me. I don't want her to speak her mind all day. I want her to make her points and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I like the girls that are quiet. My best relationships are with girls that are like introvert. It's just the balance is better, you know? Because I think you're an extrovert, right?
Huh?
You're more of an extrovert, right? You're not. I mean, you're like an extroverted introvert.
Yeah, I'm half and half. I'm half and half. I'm introverted, but I know how to turn it on and off. Like, I'm very social, but then I want to be left the fuck alone.
Yeah.
On and off.
It's a mess out there. That's why I'm just telling these guys, like, this is why I tell guys, like, they're afraid to, like, step up on girls and shit. And it's just like, you got to realize these girls are, like, desperate and lonely, the majority of them, and they want a man. Like, the majority of these chicks in their off time, they're not sitting around looking at cryptocurrency charts, going to the gym. I'm keeping active in my single life. I'm enjoying clubs, and no, they're sitting around with their girlfriends talking about how they fucking want a man. That's the large majority of these chicks sitting around talking about men and how they want to fucking be with a man and how they want a relationship, right? It's all a lie, all that shit you're seeing. So when I tell these guys, like, don't put them on
that snap, they came. It wasn't for that. I was snapping on and off in here. That was an accident.
I just
train. That was an accident. I didn't even mean to do that.
I just tell them, don't pedestalize these chicks. You know what I mean? Because you could see it anyway. Today, I came out of the gym today, right? And it's universal. I seen this one girl. She's walking down the road and she has her mask pulled down, right? And she's got these red lips on her face. And I'm walking. She's coming towards me. I'm walking towards her. She has her face mask down, right? Walking around, and she looks at me in the eye for like 2 seconds. And then keeps walking, right? That's just another chick right there that's looking for some guy in her life. And that's a big move for a chick, because, you know, she's outside, she has her mask pulled down. Everybody wearing their mask and walking around outside in Tokyo still. She's got the big red lipstick on, and she looks at me in the eyes directly. But that's why I tell the guys, like, you got to understand the body language aspects and stuff too, to see when a woman is choosing on you, and that's like a big gesture for a woman too, to do something like that. The only thing more aggressive would be like to walk up to me and be like, hey, which the majority of chicks will not do that, right? So they're all looking out there. They're all looking around for a guy. But the thing is, they want all the benefits of a relationship. And they think, like, you know, oh, it's relationship and we're in a relationship, but we don't have to work on ourselves. And there's nothing. It's just happiness and joy. And again, the delusion, the thinking, the most imperfect creatures thinking they demand the perfect blissful relationship. And that's where I become cynical. And that's where I'm just like, you know what? you deserve to fucking suffer. Like, you deserve every ounce of unhappiness. I'm becoming like the Joker, just very cynical about it all. And that's why I just tell guys, look, the average man is not any better off himself either. The average man is destroying himself, not as quickly as women are, but he is as well. That's why I tell guys, it has never been easier to succeed than it is right now. It's never been. That's the glory of being a man. All you need to do is put in the hours, work on yourself, and it can happen, and it will happen. The truth of it is the work doesn't discriminate against you based upon your height, your weight, your race, what language you speak, nothing. You put the work in, you do the research, you pay the cost, you can be the boss. It's that simple. And it's never been easier. It's never been easier than it is right now.
Yeah. I want guys just to, you know, if you want to get married, relationship and kids, I'm all for it. But what I want you to do is live your life and let that come. Because it will come. It will come. Like if you under 30, you don't even need to be thinking about having a serious relationship. You need to learn more life goals in order to be a teacher anyway. Let me repeat that. In order to be a good teacher, you have to be seasoned.
Yeah.
You got to go through life. When you're 23, you're not a good leader. You're only a good leader to your girl because she's 22. She's younger than you. I can train and be a good a teacher and a good man for a woman now because I done been through shit. Telling you, if you under 30, fuck all that shit. You need to get your passport, travel, see different types of girls. Quit complaining about, oh, it ain't no girls in Wisconsin. That's your fault. It's your fault. Get the fuck out of Wisconsin then, or hop on somewhere. That like I be telling RBC, like, bro, I be tripping. I'm like, because New York to me are the most masculine women, and I'd be like, damn, bro,
nasty.
I can't imagine.
Women from New York are pigs. Fucking pigs.
That being the norm. Like, you know what I mean? Like even here, I'm in California in the Bay Area. The women who I would consider masculine ain't got shit on the ones there. They're like damn near dudes. Like,
New York women are fucking pigs. They're disgusting.
But I couldn't imagine that just being the only that. Like there's women from that's kind of like that, but they're not the majority though. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, yo, like we seen Nicki Minaj. She told Kevin Samuel suck her. You know what I mean? That's not regular stuff.
What did she say?
Women, she told it. She was saying, you know, dudes need to suck her D. You know what I mean?
Nasty.
Yeah, all women don't talk like that.
Pig.
That's New York type shit.
As a Trinidadian, I'm ashamed of her.
Yeah.
She's from Trinidad, but we renounced her. But yeah, but that's the thing, and that's funny too, right? When we were younger, like, you know who was a hot icon? Like Maya. With song like Ghetto Superstar. She was like feminine, light, singing with like
she married herself.
Right. But Nicki Minaj makes her look like a saint.
Right.
Cardi B is like a retarded clone of Nicki Minaj. Like, oh man. It's just hilarious. I remember when Madonna used to be the edgiest one, you know?
I always like Felicia Rashad. This nigga eating my hat. Who I used to like, Felicia Rashad, if y'all don't know, Cosby Show, Claire Huxtable. That's who I wanted a woman like when I was young. And my mother was similar to that, so she was in my household, so I identified that, just that Claire Huxtable vibe. That's what I liked.
Yeah, a decent woman. A decent woman. And that's the thing, like indecency is celebrated now.
Facts.
Indecent, like being, like I said, being a piece of shit as a woman, you know, ghosting, blocking, cheating, telling a man he has a small dick, you know, insulting a man, acting like you're hot shit, but you're really a fucking coward behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these girls talk a big game, a massive game. But behind the scenes, they're a fucking mess. They are a total mess. And that's the purpose of Modern Women March here on the channel. It's not to shit on women. It's just to show you the reality of the woman you're afraid of, the reality of the woman that you're pedestalizing.
Mhm.
So, because when you do find a decent woman, they're rare to come by these days. They're very rare. And, you know, you got to hold on to the good ones because they're few and far between. I don't think, let me ask you this. Do you think, because do you think for the average guy, the player lifestyle, dating, breaking up, getting new girls, breaking up, all that, do you think that's a good thing for the average guy? Because I really don't. I've in my wisdom that I have now and all my experience, I've realized that I think it's better for a guy to just have one chick and build with her, in my opinion. After he's, not just any old bitch. You vet her, you do your thing. But I don't see, in me personally, I don't see the value and the benefit of going through that cycle of honeymoon phase, good relationship, breakup, heartbreak, recover, honeymoon phase, break. I just don't see the purpose in that anymore.
Right. I just feel like men need to excuse me, men need to master themselves. And throughout that journey of self-mastery, you'll find the one that you want because they'll be on a similar journey because y'all on the same path. That's how you meet them. That's how you meet them. So if my path is going to Japan to be a scholar, then most likely I'm going to meet a woman in Japan that's want to be a scholar herself. I'm not going to meet her here in Oakland. You know what I mean? So if you don't have all your ducks in a row, I don't feel a relationship should be your focus. No way. Now I'm not saying deny it, but don't put that energy towards it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand that that's going to take some of your energy. And if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't know what you want to do in life, that relationship ain't gonna help you because it's gonna be the blind leading the blind. You gotta establish yourself as a man to be a teacher, to even have a helpmate. A woman is not going to just be a helpmate just because you got a dick.
Yeah.
You have to be a man.
Yep.
In order to be a man, you have to have experiences.
Yes.
And I didn't say bodies, experiences, trauma, failures, lessons, survival. That's what makes you a man. Your body count don't make you a man.
No.
It's about what you go through, what you learn from it, and what you do next. You see? Right. So I can teach a woman a lot because I've been through a lot.
Right.
And that will make her respect me, and that will make her trust me as a leader, which will make her submissive.
Yeah.
But all women ain't gonna submit to you. So don't question your game all the time. Somebody you don't know their background. You only know who they are when you meet them.
Right.
So don't beat yourself up because she just not for you, bro. It's women who will love you. And those are the ones it's the pimp game. You like who like you. Now, I don't mean Fat Marley and all of that, but I'm just saying the women who gravitate to you, those are the ones who you want. And those are the ones who you can build with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit. Well, listen, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Offie is tagged in the title of this video, so you can just click on his channel and say what's up to him. Trav, thank you for the 1999 super chat. Keep dropping this game. We will, sir. We will.
Y'all better leave comments on my videos because my trigger is secret watchers. I don't like them, so don't do it. Don't watch me from the clouds because if you say I've been watching you for 3 months and leave a comment, I'm going to block you for that. You better show me some support and you better drop comments when you watch videos. I don't like it. I don't like people. Man, I've been looking you. I've never seen your avatar before, bro. You're blocked.
That happens to me a lot.
That don't make me feel good. Do it for the algorithm.
Don't forget, if you want to book a consultation with me, go to modernlifedating.com/coaching because May 1st, all prices will be doubled. So go to modernlifedating.com. We'll help you out with whatever you need. Money, muscles, game, frame. We'll be back with another episode.
I like Raymond. See, I'm a troll too. I like trolling. I've been watching you for the years. Personally, see, you get it. You get this. I'm gonna mod you up because I like that type of sense of humor. I love smart asses because I'm one.
He's a good guy.
Like you already.
He's a good guy. All right, bros. We'll see you here tomorrow. Donovan Sharp will be on the channel with me. We'll be talking about how modern women don't know how to be in relationships. You're not going to want to miss that one because Donovan's kind of going in a good, healthy direction, I think, as well. I like his content a lot. I've met Dev in real life. She is actually a decent human being with dignity and decency, which is rare nowadays for good women. So until then,
two quick things.
Go ahead.
Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram too, so y'all can see Boss Gang, International Ivy Kingdom. And guess what? Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Amazon. That's the most important part. Because if y'all black in here, y'all better support a black author. Y'all better get off that horse and support a black author. Because I'm out here, I done wrote 20 books in 2 years. You should just like me just because of that. And that's 5 of them. 20. 5 ones. And MLD wrote the forward and that white one in the middle right there. So do that. And we'll talk.
All right, bros. Peace out.